This conference
Okay.
will now be recorded.
So actually we were trying to create a program called Calculator. Guys, did you guys get a chance to go through it after the session? Was it clear or you want me to take it again? Do you have any doubts in that? Because every program is very important. Every day I'll be every day or every alternative day we will be seeing some programs. So I have taken a list of programs which are frequently asked in interview in the past. So the same program which we will be seeing in the session will be asked in the interview also. So guys, please pay more attention, and if you have any doubt, you let me know. I can explain it again. And after the session, please go through the content. And then when you understand it, you try to do it on your own. So first see that and understand the logic. Okay, this is what they're doing. They're creating a function, getting an input, and then calculating, and they are printing the output. So let me try. For printing, they are using if else if. So let me try it out. Try it out. If you face any issue, you can go and check the code, because as soon as the session ends, I'll be adding that content into the Python doc. You can go and refer anytime, and make sure you can do that logic on your own and you get the output on your own. So try it again and again. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yesterday you have told like one function. If you want to do the customize function, we should add a main method, right?
Yeah.
When I type that line in my code, right, it is giving like name is not defined. Even after I given underscore name underscore is equal to. What may be the reason?
Could you put the code in message? For main, you have to give it in double quote. So are you using Python 3 or Python 2?
Three,
Python 3.
three only.
So could you post that message? I mean, post
Once.
the.
Yeah. I've given the space and all, but here it's not coming. Like indentation I have given. In this chat box, it's not displayed.
Okay. So it is double underscore. It's not single underscore.
Double underscore.
Before and after. Yeah, before and after name, before
Oh,
and after main, it's double underscore.
okay, okay.
So, but as of now, it's not important because we are not writing any program which needs main in it inside it. But later we will be seeing that. So as of now, you need not add it. Without
Okay.
that, also your program would work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm, mhm. So today we will see some methods which are used for string. So we have seen some functions like print and getting an input, finding a length, and converting a string to integer, and a string to float or integer to string. And also we have seen a function called type, which will show you the type of that particular variable, what is saved inside that variable, the type of that. And today let's see some string methods. So these are the built-in methods which we are going to see. So what is built-in methods? So built-in methods are the methods which come along with the program, and they have the methods are created inside an object. So I haven't taught anything about object, what is object, what is method, right? That is in the future class. We will know what is object, what is method, and you will be creating your own object and some method inside those objects. But Python uh, has already have some method inside it, so we can use that because every programming language comes with some inbuilt methods and function, which makes that programming language more efficient and more user friendly. Because if you want to reverse a string, if you have to do it on your own, if you have to build your own logic, it will take few lines of code. But since there was something called slicing, it is very easy. You just have to use that syntax. It will reverse the string. Similarly, there are multiple operations which they felt is important and which will be used again and again. They have created it. But we have what we have seen till now was built-in functions, print and type. All those are functions. So when you have a keyword and followed by open and close bracket, that is function, and it will have some parameter inside it. Some function need not have any parameter inside it. It's an optional thing. But when it comes to method, built-in method, they are similar to function, uh, but they are present inside an object that can perform actions and command on the object itself. So they are going to perform an action on that object because it is created inside it. It is going to perform on that object. And how do you call method as object dot method, and then open and close bracket. So here again you might give some parameter, sometime you might not. It's an extra argument you pass into a method. So this is how you declare and call a method. Let's see that. So let's create a string, because whatever we are going to see today are string methods. So I am going to create, let me open Python. So I'm going to create some string. Have created a string called hello overview, and then uh, today what we are going to see are the methods are, let me put it in comments, upper, lower, capitalize, and title. Okay, so let's see what they are going to do. I believe you already have some idea like what is upper, what is lower, and what is capitalize and title. But let's see how it's working inside Python. So here S is an object, a variable is an object, and then I'm going to perform a method on that. So I'm going to give upper, S dot upper. S has this content inside it. So let me give enter. So what it is doing, it's converting all the alphabets into an uppercase, all the character inside that variable to uppercase. So similarly, let's try lower. So it converts everything to lowercase. So let's try capitalize. It's converting only the initial, I mean the first letter to capital of that particular. There are multiple words, but it's considering only the first word and the first letter of the first word. Only that is capitalized. So I dot title. So here what it does is, guys, what title is doing? Tell me. What title is doing?
First letter of the word is capital.
First letter of every word is now
But
capital here.
yeah.
Okay. So these are the functions. So here you see dot, I'm using dot, and then a method name. So this is how you call method. Usually what we do when you want to know the type, you don't give dot or anything. Inside the parameter, you add s, right? If it's a variable, then, but this is slightly different. Okay. And we are going to see some more methods. So these methods will be very useful when you do some programming. So they are strip, replace, ends with. Okay, let's see what they do. So let me create a variable. So what, let's see what it does. So I have added multiple spaces and I'm going to apply strip. See, it's removed all the spaces, but the keys and the content, everything looks similar, whatever we have given. So what strip does is what all it removes all the leading and the trailing white space. It's not doing anything, any space which is between the words. So here I have space. It's not doing anything about that, but only the leading and the trailing. So when we can use this as, for example, you are getting input from the user, and the user is giving the input, but user is giving extra spaces and then giving enter. So the space is also taken. For example, yeah, if you're asking a string from the user so that you want to reverse it and give the palindrome, I mean, yeah, you want to reverse it, then in that case, what it does is, if we are not removing the space, what it does, it adds space to the index also. So if there are multiple space, so this is index 0, index 1, 2, index 3, and then only it goes with the first letter starts. So when you are using slicing, these are all considered as characters. So it's always better to remove them using strip. So then replace. Let's create one more variable. So here replace, I'm going to give some parameter. So I want to replace some content with a different word or different character. So here let me replace world with, and this is a word I'm going to replace with what? With, so now hello world is changed to hello Python. So this is how you replace. You can replace even one little character also. So here I'm replacing letter H to letter G. So initially it was I have two candy. Now it's I give two candy. The letter H. So if it has multiple H, everything will be changed. Let's try one more thing. Let A is actually we have two occurrences of A, so I'm giving A, and then let's replace it with O. So you see, here it is also changed. It is also changed.
Can
Let
we
me try.
replace? replace set
Mm-hmm.
two also?
Yeah, we can do that. So it is changed to 2 because I have given
Okay.
2 here. So here the character P is changed to W. It is below now. Okay. So let me try one more thing. I start replace. So here it's not changed. We are saying whatever we have initially declared below, because here I am giving a different case, which is this is uppercase, but this is a lowercase. So we all know Python is case sensitive, and here we are giving different case. It's searching for lower p inside it. It's not able to recognize, so it's not doing anything. So the next is we have seen strip and replace, and next we will see starts with and ends with. Okay. So starts with what we have to do is we are going to check whether particular string is starting with hello. So we have to give like the my string dot starts with. It's telling true. Let's so it's telling false because it's not starting with hello. This hello is different, so it's telling false. The output is boolean. It will tell whether it is true or false. Similarly, we can try ends with. It's telling true because the ending is equal to what I have given here. Again, it's telling true. Guys, any doubts? Okay.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What if you with the ends with what if you give the first three letters of the word world? Would it send false or true?
No, it will be false because it is not ending with WO. It is ending with LD.
Okay.
It's ending with DLROW. So it is
Okay.
going to check from the last. Let's try that. So it is going to tell false
Good. Thank you.
because WO is not equal to WO. So now we are going to see one more project, do one more project. We have seen reverse the string, we have seen calculator. Now we are going to see palindrome checker, which is also a frequently asked question. So let's understand what is palindrome and how to do that. So what is palindrome? Any guy, any idea what is palindrome?
I think which can be read same from backwards and front.
Yeah. So palindrome are the string or a word. Even if you reverse it, it displays the same. For example, madam. Even if you reverse, read from the last. Let me add like M-A-D-A-M. Again, it is madam only. So this is called palindrome. So this project is about they will give a string and you have to check whether it's a palindrome or not. If it is reversible, and I mean if you even after you reverse it has the same word, both are equal, then it's a palindrome. Otherwise you are going to tell it's not a palindrome. Okay. So let's write a pseudocode. Okay. Pseudocode is nothing but we are going to write in a simple language, plain language on what are the steps I would be needing to complete this program. Okay. So the first what I have to do, I have to get the input from user, right? Then what should I do? Guys, you are going to
Slicing,
complete this program today, so tell me. Yeah.
do we need to
Once we
prepare the
get the
slice?
input, we should reverse the string.
Okay, we reverse it. Then,
Display it.
sorry.
Store it in a variable and print the variable.
Print the variable.
Okay. 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 Then, so we have seen reverse program, right? We reverse, store, then we print because the program is we have to reverse and give it to the user. So here we have to tell whether it's a palindrome or not.
True or false.
If
Okay.
conditional.
Okay. Till you're also telling you have to compare reverse string with original. I feel that's
Yeah.
true.
Hmm.
Compare reverse with original. So if it's equal, if they are same, when you compare, if they are same, you're going to tell it's palindrome, right? If they are not same, you're going to tell it's not palindrome. Correct? Any more steps? So we also have to consider unhappy scenario. Unhappy scenario is what if the user gives wrong and some bad input. That we will think about after we complete this happy path. We will go to unhappy path later. So using this we will code now. Control X. Palindrome pseudocode. Okay. So the first thing is first line, first step is get the input from user. Okay. Let me do something. So get the input as input. Please enter the string. Enter the word. The user will not know what is string. Please enter a word. And then now this input I have to save into some variable. So I will save it to str, right? So step 1 is done. Let me execute this. So it is asking enter a word. Let me give, and that's all. Program is over. So the next step is reverse it. So we know how to reverse. Could you guys give me the command to reverse? Please type your answer and message.
Slicing.
A complete command I want. Okay, let me reverse it. Rajita gave str -1. Okay, reverse it. It is also done. I will give save and then I'll. So it's not showing me any reverse and all. Okay, the next step is store and print the reversed variable. So what should I do? I have to store. Reverse is equal to I have stored, and then I'm going to print. Correct? Let me save, store and print the reverse variable. I feel it's done. Let's see if it is working. Control save, enter a word. Reverse output of the given word is okay. Then compare reverse with original. Okay. So how do I compare? Give me some command to do that. Guys, I want to compare the reverse and the original string. Okay. If str equal to reverse. If they are same palindrome, else not palindrome. Good? Is it good? Else print the given string is not a palindrome. Yeah, not palindrome. Okay, let me see and then execute it. So enter a word. The reverse output is okay. The given string is not palindrome. Let me run again. I'll give radar. The given string is palindrome. Reverse output of the given word is okay. Let me radar. So it is telling it is not a palindrome. What if the user gives a palindrome character, a string only, but if it starts with capital, so the Python feels that this is not equal to this, correct? This is equal to this. This is not equal to this. So this we have to address because human have a I mean by default we usually give the first letter as capital, right? So we have to fix it. So we have to lowercase, right? We have to
Is
get the
there
input, then
any function like method ignore case like that?
so we have seen a method, right? We have seen a method which will convert the string to lowercase, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm getting the input here. So before I reverse, I feel I have to add a logic here. What do you guys feel? What do you guys feel? Tell me.
I think we should convert it into lowercase.
Mm-hmm. So is this the right place to do that logic? Because the next step I'm reversing. Before reversing, I feel I have to lowercase it.
Yeah, either lower or upper, anything.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Even upper would work, right? Even if you
Mm.
completely change it to upper, it would work. Okay, let me try upper only. Str dot upper. So and then I'll save it to str. Then later that str is reversed, right? So let me get the input from user. So you are telling, okay. Okay, let me try that later, Tilly. Now I'll try this. I'll surely try what you have said. Um, what's happening? We are getting, and it is reversing.
Try radar only.
Okay, let me give mixed case. It's a palindrome. Okay. So let reverse output of a given word. Um, okay, let me change the print line because here for me I'm seeing only these two string, right? Given string and the reversed string of the R. So given string radar and the given string is given string. Okay, given string is radar and the reverse string is radar. Okay, let me say this. So what Tilly said is, so to do that, let me comment this out. Let me comment this also out. Dot the given string is palindrome. Cool. I've never thought of converting in if statement. So it can be convert the string or compare the reverse original after uppercasing it. Okay. So now we have got the output. Whatever input the user is going to give, we are going to reverse and we are going to tell. Our program is going to work perfectly all right. Whatever string they give, we are going to give a right output. We are sure of that. And we have seen what if they give mixed case or uppercase. Now let me do one more thing, that is I'm going to give space. So it is telling it is not a palindrome because what's happening here is space radar. It is checking with radar space, which is not right? Which is not a palindrome. So it couldn't process if the data has space in it. So I have to remove the space. So let me give a hint. We have seen something called strip, correct? We have seen something called strip, which will remove the leading and also the trailing space. So where should I use and how should I use? Yeah, thanks, Risha. So where should I use? Which line I have to do that?
Second line.
It should be used
Second line.
after the input is given, like this
Mhm.
upper only. Once we give
Yeah.
the input, we should change it completely and then we should start
Mhm.
reversing.
So it's chat dot strip. I'm saving it. I'm running it. Given string is a palindrome. Let me run again only the leading space. Given string is a palindrome. Correct? Then I can do it this in another way also. So there is something called a replace, right? I can do in that way also. But this is right actually. Strip will remove before and after whatever space that. I just wanted to show that how I can do it with replace. So here I am going to replace space with not space. I mean we have to remove the space. So I'm giving space, replace the space with nothing. So automatically the space will be removed, right? So I have to go and find the space and replace with nothing. The space will go. Again, replace with nothing. Let's see if that works. Palindrome have given space at the end, but still it is telling it's not. It's a palindrome.
But what if the user enters a sentence rather than a word? Like there'll
Huh?
be space in
Sorry,
between the words. Then what
sorry, I
if
didn't
the
get you.
user enters, it doesn't add a word, it inputs a sentence like two words with a space.
Then,
So it will
yeah,
remove the
then,
space and
but what I feel is if they are going to give some sentence, the sentence will never be a palindrome, right? Even if the sentence is palindrome. For example, let's see a
what
sentence.
if I give RA then space and then DAR, it will remove the space, the
Yeah,
replace functionality. Then it
correct.
will
It
be a
will remove this
palindrome, but it will not be a palindrome if there are two words,
harm.
separate words.
Correct, correct, yeah. So if the user is giving RA and DAR, this is not a word, first of all. So this is not a word. We always assume they have given a space by mistake because RA is not a word and DAR is not a valid word. We are asking a valid word, right, from them. We cannot check if the word is valid or not. We can't do that, right? So, for example, if we are giving Madam Radar, something like this, then it will, even though it removes the space, yeah, here it will remove the space and output will be Radar Madam. A sentence can never be palindrome, right? Let me show that. But if they are giving like this, then this is not a valid input at all. It's a palindrome. Here we are assuming that. Okay, let me then. This is not a valid thing. Let me give strip.
It will work now. Yes.
It's not a palindrome. Okay. So yeah, then did we miss any unhappy scenario? So we have resolved two unhappy scenarios. They are lowercase uppercase issue needs to be solved and space needs to be removed, right? So this is how you initially think how to write your program. No developer will go directly to the text pad, directly to the place where they are going to write code and they are going to write code. No, it is not possible in real world. What happens is whenever a logic is given to me. So, for example, I'm a developer. Then there might be somebody else who is going to tell, please go and do this. They might be getting some requirement from the client. Maybe that there will be some person who sits and works with clients. So he communicates with client and come back with some requirement. Then there will be some team which will process it, which they will think and tell whether that functionality is possible or not. Then they will sit with another team who are called product owners or BA. It depends upon company. So architect, somebody like that. So architect, what he will do, he will sit and he will tell, I want a palindrome checker program. So this is how you have to give. He will not give in detail. He will tell, get an input, reverse it. If they are same, tell it's palindrome. Then otherwise tell it's not a palindrome. He will tell high level. Then while we do it, yeah, first what we do, then we split it into smaller section like converting. I mean, for example, get an input, then reverse it and store it. He will tell get an input, reverse it, and check tell. That's all. And then I'll tell store it, and then I'll compare it. So I'll break it down to further smaller steps. Then what happens once I write my code, I test it out. So I test with different cases, whatever comes to my mind. So whenever I'm going to test, I will sit down and I'll write some steps. Okay, I will try with valid word. One time I'll try with a palindrome word. Other time I'll check with a non-palindrome word. Even we sit in write test cases. And then I'll also think about unhappy scenario. What if the user gives space? So I would have covered only lower case. I would have thought that what if the user gave mixed case, how the program is going to react. I go and check. Based on the output, I understand how the program is reacting. Then I try to fix it up. Then I'll moving it to the tester. The testing team will still drill it down. They will do a powerful testing, which will come up with multiple failure case. So we have to think and address it again. When it comes up with multiple failure case, it's not that directly I'm going to go to the code and code it. We again discuss it, then we come up with a optimal solution. So now, like we have discussed, right, while I was telling I'm going to use replace, Divya was, I mean, is it Divya? Who was that? Sorry,
Yes, it
who
was
was
me.
asking me? Okay.
Yes,
So
it
she
was
was
me.
telling, okay, she was telling, what if I give space in between? This is not going to work. So instead of replace, use strip. So this is how the discussion happens. And then I implement it. So it's not that the developer will sit and write one code after another. No, that is not the case in real world. So whenever you get some challenge, like whenever you get some functionality, whenever you get some requirement, or whenever you ask somebody ask you to write some program, this is the right approach. You cannot directly type. Nothing will come to your mind if you want to write like this. So
In this
first,
last case, why it is not a palindrome? Strip after
in
using
the
strip in the last
so
in
so
once we
this
are
is not
giving
a
a
word.
space. Okay.
Yeah, so this is not considered a word, no? When you give space, then whatever is comes before that is considered one word, and this is considered a second word, right? This is not a valid word at all, right?
Oh, but we are giving strip, the space will go off, right?
Strip will only remove the trailing and leading space,
Only the
whatever
first
come.
and the
Yeah,
last. Okay.
yeah, it will not remove. So we have seen that
Okay.
here strip. So I have given spaces here and also have given spaces here. It removed it, but it's not removing any space in between, right? Got it? Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there
Yeah,
is
this is
there
what I
any
wanted.
method? Is there any method to remove spaces between the words, like concatenating the words of the sentence?
So tell me a sentence and tell me an example. I'm not understanding actually.
Like if there is a word,
Mm-hmm.
we use the replace functionality, like to remove the
Mm-hmm.
spaces. So basically, we are
Mm-hmm.
concatenating the words. Okay. So
Yeah.
is there any, without using this replace functionality, is there any specific method that is being created to concatenate the words of a particular string? Like there is a string with
Uh-huh.
multiple words. So is there
Okay, you wanted
any
to combine.
method?
Okay.
Yes,
So you
concatenate
can
all.
do it in correct, yeah. For your question, the answer is no. We don't have any such method or function as of I know. There is nothing like that. But we can do in other way, like we can read one letter after other, and we can implement some other logic instead of replay for sure. But that would be more lengthier than using it over replay, like how I did. Space I replace with space with nothing. That would be the simplest way. We can do it in many other logic also. Like we can use some other function combined with we that will take at least 2 to 3 lines of code. But yeah,
Yes, yes.
straightforward function we don't have.
Okay, okay.
So actually, there are n number of method and functionalities. I'll not be teaching all the methods and functionality because most of the methods and inbuilt functions are not used at all. So you need not know everything, but you will definitely know what is needed for real world scenario. Um, for example, if if there are multiple mathematical functions, like if they are doing some algebraic operation, something like that, the use case is different. Maybe in space research, they would be always using only mathematical thing. They'll be doing algebra and they will use multiple inbuilt function written for mathematical, which we will not use in real world. Real world scenario doesn't, business case doesn't need them. So like I'll not be covering all the function, all the methods because it will take 2 to 3 days to cover just the methods. And you will not, if you learn too many methods, you will not remember which one to use for sure. After few days, when you are not using few methods at all in your real world, you will automatically forget them. But yeah, if you guys are interested, uh, you can go to Python .org, Python website. There is some document that will have all the details about methods and inbuilt functionalities. Or you can just Google to give you the list, and you can try it on your own. You can get a list of methods and functionalities, and you can try it in your terminal. But yeah, whatever is needed, I'll be covering them. You have
Okay.
any doubt?
I have, yes, ma'am. I haven't downloaded Visual Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to download Visual Studio, or like we can it can be done in any other platform as well, like any other
So,
framework.
if you have already coded in any other programming language, and if you have already used some IDE, so this is called IDE. So, if you have already used
Okay.
some tool, similar tool, then please go ahead with it. I mean, some people would have used Sublime, they can go ahead with that. Some people would have used Jupyter Notebook, they can go ahead. If you have already used something, you can still use them for Python also. But
So,
you
ma'am,
have never come. Mhm.
what's basically Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook?
Jupyter is like for it is created mainly for Python. Let me show that. There are many different platforms. Google Colab is there, which is similar to Jupyter. So this is Jupyter. Here, Jupyter Notebook. Anaconda I've never used. I've never come across that. So here, what you can do is you can write your code. It will give you an output, and again you can write some text also. So here, add. So you can write. So here this is full of text. So this is a text, and you can here you can write your code, and then you can run. But this is for one line code. I mean, you cannot write a complete program like this. So this is for different scenario. Jupyter, actually Python is used for data science. If they are data scientists, the only two programming option they have, either they have to code it in R programming or Python. So mostly Python is popular among data scientists. So they will be using it here because they write 1 or 2 lines of code. They add Excel to it. They give input, Excel input to that. Excel will have lots of data inside it. They process the data. The data scientist work is to process the given data. So they use Python to process it. So they wanted to process the Excel and give some output here in terms of graph or something like that to visualize. So they use Python. So here you see the based on the some random data, they have got some random data and created this. So mostly the data scientists use this, but as I haven't used for writing programs like this. And like Jupyter, there is something also called Google Colab. So this is also same thing. Code, you can add code and you can add text. You can write some explanation for that particular code. So it also looks like this. So here you see they have written some mathematical operations using Panda and NumPy. These are Python libraries and they have got the sample visualization. So data scientists use them. But apart from that, their IDEs are Sublime, Eclipse. These are IDEs which usually the developers use in real time. But if you have not come across anything, then Visual Studio is the best option. But if you're already comfortable with a different IDE, please go ahead with that.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So this Jupyter notebook, the Anaconda, and then what is Anaconda basically? It's written that Anaconda has Jupyter notebook inbuilt installed. So Anaconda and Jupyter are different things.
No, yeah, different things. So here, this Visual Studios also has Jupyter inside it. Let me show here. See here, you have Jupyter. You can install it. Um, so we have installed Python. Similarly, you can install Jupyter and we can use Jupyter kind of thing here. Like Jupyter, you can write something like how they have, I mean, see it how the Jupyter looks. Some content, some data, and also visualization. Like that, the VS Code might work. I've never used it. But mainly it is only for if they are using Jupyter, then it is mainly only for the data scientists. As a normal programmer, Python developer, some just IDE. If Anaconda is, I've never come across that. If Anaconda is a normal IDE, just Anaconda is enough. You need not have Jupyter inside it. That's my
Okay,
opinion. But
okay,
mhm. Maybe I will
okay.
check with my teammates if anybody is using Jupyter and Anaconda. I'll try to find a
Okay,
difference and I'll let you know.
okay, thank
But
you.
keep it very simple. Uh, don't spend
No,
most of your
actually,
time.
my sister is learning Python in her college, so they have to learn it on Anaconda and Jupyter. So that's why I
Okay,
was
okay, got
asking.
it. Okay, okay, got it.
So yeah, are you right? Because she is actually doing mathematics honors. So
Yeah,
probably
mathematical. Yeah, they will be using. So here it's data science is full of mathematics only. Mathematics and processing the Excel data. See here X and Y scale. So that they need, not just Jupyter and Python, they will be learning a lot. Python is just one single part of that max honors. But here for us, as a Python developer or automator, Python automation, only just Python and little bit of database knowledge is enough. So we need not worry about that. But yeah, if you are curious, you can, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll check with my team members or somebody who is using that and I'll find out a difference.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So guys, if you don't have any doubts, we can wind up the session today. Tomorrow again, we will see some more inbuilt functions and we will have one more project.
Do we have a class tomorrow on Saturday as well?
Oh, tomorrow is Saturday, my bad. I am not aware of it. Okay, then we'll meet on Monday.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, guys.
You.